It's Game On. Presented by Spectrum Sports.
It has been a record-breaking season for Hawaii's Rainbow Warriors, but now it's time to get back to business. Back to Big West Conference play and the pursuit for perfection. Number 2 Hawaii ready to take on number 12 CSUN as we welcome you to Game On, presented by Spectrum Sports for Rainbow Warrior Volleyball.
I mean, obviously I could sit here and be like, oh, our guys are the most talented or something like that, but obviously that's not really what's going to win you the games all the time. It's the chemistry that we have between ourselves and just the dedication we have to the team.
The conversation in the locker room right now is not, oh great, we've won 45 sets in a row. You know, the conversation is we haven't done anything yet, not until we win a national championship.
We're just focused on winning matches, to be honest, and preparing the best for the next match.
I think this team, luckily I've been part of like special teams before, and you can tell that everyone's just close with each other. We're all loving, we're all hugging. For example, I got a picture of Dalton Solbrig taped to the back of my locker, and I try and kiss it like before each game. That's my self-motivation. There you go. That's the answer to the self-motivating thing. And it's just a lot closer. We're all just homies, man. It's just awesome out there. It's just great playing with these guys.
Hi, everyone. So happy to have you with us. Felipe Ohastro, Lisa Strenma, Ryan Kalei, Suji. Well, that motivation has turned into dominance here for Hawaii. 15 matches, 15 wins, 45 consecutive straight set victories, including coming off their 9th Outrigger championship win, tied for most in 25 years.
We continue to play well, you know, and certainly Pepperdine and Ball State and, you know, provided some serious challenges to us. So good to get the wins. You know, I thought Saturday night, like I said, we served effectively, but not efficiently. And, you know, that's something we'll continue to work on.
It was a super fun weekend. There was a big crowd, big turnout on Saturday. It was a lot of fun. And I think we got pushed a little bit too in the last 2 games, which was pretty good for us.
The outrigger is really important for us to bring that back, because last year what had happened during the tournament, it's kind of left a bad taste in our mouth, especially with somebody taking the trophy out of our arena. So that was a big emphasis for us going into the weekend.
We had some revenge that we wanted. Last year, you know, we lost the Outrigger championship match to BYU, and then last year we also lost to Pepperdine at their place. So winning the championship match definitely checked a couple boxes for us. And it's a dress rehearsal for any championship you want to be in. You know, we have to treat every championship the same, and we want to be in the main one at the end of this season.
They knocked off 2 top 15 teams in the tournament, and guys, they placed 4 in the all-tournament team.
Well, that's kind of amazing. Not only 4 players, but Stein von Tilburg, his 4th time on the Outrigger Invitational All-Tournament team. That is an amazing accomplishment in itself.
And hard not to name Rado Parapunov the MVP of that tournament with the numbers that he has been putting up. And you see the Worsley brothers both making the team. We said this last weekend, though, the whole entire Hawaii starting lineup could have easily been on that all-tournament team. That's how great this team is playing.
He had 554 in the tournament, 38 kills in 3 matches. Rado's been playing out of this world.
He's definitely playing at a very high level, you know, and all parts of his game have improved, again, and more productive, more efficient. You know, the hitting numbers, real impressive to be hitting, you know, 500 as an opposite. And then his serving and blocking are both much improved, and his backcourt defense. So he's much more of a complete player this year for sure.
All right, time to put on the coach's hat. It is brought to you by First Hawaiian Bank. For the 4th time in his great career, in the 2nd consecutive week, he's Big West Conference Player of the Week. Rado Parapunov is just playing outstanding. How have you seen, and what do you guys expect from Rado tonight, and how has he been so far?
Well, you know, standing at 6'9", the native out of Bulgaria, is also left-handed, and he has just metamorphosized, transformed his game completely. I think he's realizing the potential that he has, and he's beginning to dominate. And he also leads the country in hitting percentage. So I think I've been mostly impressed actually from behind the service line. His serve has just wowed me and the opponents so far this year.
Yeah, I think the consistency is the biggest surprise this year. We saw last year those flashes of brilliance that he had, his ability to really take over matches, but that oftentimes followed by nights where he struggled offensively with sort of consistent numbers. This year, we're seeing night in and night out, he's putting up double-digit kills, hitting in the 400s, 500s, and really everyone in the gym knows that the ball is going to him. He's still finding ways to get kills and really establishing himself as a National Player of the Year type of candidate.
And those 4.2 kills per set leads the Big West Conference. And how about the BWC, representing 4 out of the top 5 teams in the AFCA Top 15 poll are there, with Long Beach State, Hawaii, UC Santa Barbara, and UC Irvine 1, 2, 3, and 5 respectively, with UCLA at the number 4 spot. When you flip it to the bottom half of the top 15, Ball State still remains at 15 after falling to Hawaii in the Outrigger Invitational. Loyola Chicago is at number 11. Now, other scores going on throughout this week. Long Beach State and UC Santa Barbara. I believe that game is already done. Long Beach State did win that one in 4 sets, so they're out to a 4-0 start in conference play. How about Concordia Irvine against UC Irvine, guys? UC Irvine hasn't been the same since Hawaii defeated them just a number of days ago.
Yeah, something must have happened there, because we also saw Concordia Irvine here at the Stan Center earlier this season. Hawaii handed them their loss pretty easily, so not sure what's going on with the Anteaters. But again, that Long Beach Santa Barbara matchup, a lot of people will be saying Hawaii may be deserving some more first place votes if they continue to go with their win streak of consecutive set wins after this weekend.
And especially with UC Santa Barbara at number 3, but also coming in not next weekend, but the following weekend, so that will really be the true test.
As we mentioned, Long Beach State able to defeat Santa Barbara tonight, so they're at 4-0 in the Big West Conference standings officially. Hawaii with a win tonight can keep pace with the likes of the Beach, with UC Santa Barbara in the number 3 spot at 2-1, and UC San Diego, along with CSUN, trying to capture their first conference win of the season. A ton of Hawaii players in the Big West Conference. This is just an outstanding list and is a testament to what so many people already in the state know of how hot Hawaii has been in delivering big-time talent.
Yeah, and we're going to see one of those players, Emmett Enriquez. I feel like we say Enriquez at least once a year. It's because there were 4 of them at one point playing, but Emmett Enriquez will be the libero here. We'll see him tonight, a great representative from the Big Island, to, again, prove that you can be from really anywhere and be able to play volleyball.
All the Emmett's brothers have all been liberos, and parents are in the house tonight. But yes, Hawaii being very, very well represented with the list of players all contributing at Division I levels, which is an testament to players here coming out of the islands.
Hawaii last played CSUN 364 days ago. Lost those 2 matches, did not win a set. 0-6 in those 2 matches. Tonight's a chance to get some redemption here for a Hawaii team that has been playing so hot. For more on this matchup, the gentleman calling the game courtside, Chris McLaughlin, and hello to you, Scott Robbs.
Well, hello, Felipe. Thank you so much, Coach. You look at the numbers, and they're just mind-boggling. 15-0, 45 straight sets, hitting 483. But the number I think tonight that's going to motivate Hawaii is kind of what Felipe was talking about, too. And those were the 2 losses in straight sets a year ago at CSUN that basically cost Hawaii a chance at the postseason.
I would totally agree. To go to CSUN and lose 3-0 one night and then have it happen again the next night, not like a Charlie Wade coach team. Usually on night number 2, he watches films and makes some adjustments, and night number two is totally different than number one when Charlie coaches. And so I was really surprised with that weekend up there at Northridge, and the players were also surprised. Coach Jeff Campbell from CSUN just told us that they just really served well. CSUN really served well, and Hawaii had a horrible time passing that trip. We'll see if Hawaii's passers can do better tonight.
Well, one of the key players for CSUN tonight, Dimitar Kolchev, one of the best servers in the country. They're going to need a big game from him.
Yeah, 191 aces on his career, and he's going to be continuing to add to that career record in aces. You know, he hits the ball at about 75 miles an hour to almost 80 miles an hour. That's about as high as anybody in the country. So he hits it really hard. It arrives over the net in a hurry. I wouldn't be surprised if Hawaii went to 4 passers tonight when he serves, as opposed to the 2 to 3 passers they normally have.
Well, we know being a veteran team like the University of Hawaii usually equals success. CSUN has 3 freshmen starting. You look at Hawaii being a veteran group, and there's really not one player you can key on. Everybody is having a great year.
Yeah, they really got 4 guys hitting over 500. Meantime, Jeff Campbell's telling us, hey, I got 3 guys in diapers. I'm trying to still teach them how to play volleyball. And so does make it for an interesting contrast as far as the 2 teams go, as far as the age goes. No question that the seniors have the advantage.
Well, UC Irvine check, Pepperdine check from losses last year. We'll see what Hawaii can do here tonight and tomorrow night. 2 of us will be back when this one gets underway, but for now, let's go back to the corner crew.
All right, Scott, Chris, have a great call. When we come back, we'll talk more about CSUN and Hawaii, but we want to remind you that you can connect with Spectrum Sports by liking our fan page on Facebook, Instagram, or via Twitter at SpecSportsHI, or use the hashtag HawaiiMVB. Counting down to first serve from the Stan Sheriff Center, CSUN and Hawaii number 12 versus number 2 matchup. This is Game On, presented by Spectrum Sports. So much build-up and hype surrounding this team here for Hawaii. They're undefeated, trying to keep that perfect streak alive. But now we shine the Hawaii spotlight here, Ryan, on a 6'5 junior whose talents stretch far beyond the volleyball court.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of transformation on this year's volleyball team with just the team as a whole. But James Anastasiadis took the whole transformation mantra to a whole nother level.
Aloha, we're in the kitchen with James Anastasiadis from the men's volleyball team. And James, you went through a complete transformation physically in the offseason, lost 35 pounds. What sort of led you to sort of change your lifestyle?
So kind of what led me to change my lifestyle was I wasn't happy with where I was, and I knew I could do better physically, and that would furthermore like show on the practice gym. And the biggest motivation for me was, you know what, if I can change my body and jump higher, I might be able to play better volleyball. So I took on that transformation right there.
And what specifically did you change about your diet?
So the one thing that I did a lot of research on was the keto diet, because I was told I can eat a lot of fatty foods. It sounded too good to be true, but I was like, why not try it? And I kid you not, I just woke up one day, I trusted it. It was really hard to start off with, but just kept pushing. And 2 weeks later, I woke up one day and I was like, whoa, my body is changing. So I kind of stuck with it and I fell in love with the keto diet. So that was pretty much what I did all summer for about 2 months. And I tried to keep it going, but it was hard with school and stuff, but I still live a pretty healthy lifestyle.
All right, so you guys are in for a treat. James is actually going to take us through some of his favorite food items. What are you going to be making for us today?
So I've made 3 different plates, and the first one's just a basic chicken and salad. The second one is going to be shrimp tacos on a lettuce wrap, because we got to keep it keto. And the last one is a cauliflower rice with beef marinated in basil.
All right, so make sure you stick around after the match. During our post-game show, we're actually going to detail some of the food items that James just talked about and dive in and eat some really good food. Tune in, post-game show after the match.
Hey, I don't know about you, but I'm hungry. It's time to weigh in. It's brought to you by Bank of Hawaii. All right, so Anastasiadis feasting on the Terraflex and in the kitchen, a complete transformation. It's kind of ridiculous how much attention these players put into their body and transferring their bodies to all these diets.
Well, it's pretty cool to think that he's taken it upon himself, but it's also transitioned into some of the other players and just becoming the true athlete completely from the physical, the mental, but also from the health point. It takes a lot of time to out of your day and lifestyle to prep all that food and to eat healthy.
Yeah, that's a great point, Lisa. He said that a lot of times it would take him just as long to prepare and make the meal because of the amount of time that goes into that. So you got to give these guys credit. And it's not just himself. We also saw Radapar Punaf, who talked about it last week as well, about his decision to really cut back on some of the things that he was eating. And that's got to be great from a coaching standpoint, to hear your players know that, to hear your players say that they want to make a difference, that they want to see their bodies transfer. Colton Kawa, another player, of course, who has really transformed physically as well. That just goes to show you how committed they are to this program and to this team.
And one common dietary trend for all of these Hawaii Rainbow Warriors is what will satisfy the appetite: a Big West Conference championship and even a national title. When we come back, we'll meet the Matadors of CSUN, the opponent here for Hawaii. This is Game On. It's brought to you by Spectrum Sports. Back here in the Stan Sheriff Center, minutes away from first serve between CSUN and Hawaii. Let's take a look at CSUN statistical leaders as they come into the number 12 ranked spot in the country.
Well, Kalchev is a senior, and we talked about him a little bit earlier, but he's dominating in aces, but he also leads the team in kills. He's a really fiery guy, and he gets going.
Yeah, and some of the other players that we're going to have to look at, again, Emin Enriquez will be patrolling that back line. For Hawaii, of course, it is going to be their three go-to players, Cowell, Von Tilburg, and Parapunov. It will be important, though, for Hawaii to get their middles involved. We saw a lot of sets going to both Solbreak and Gassman. We'll see if that happens again this week.
Let's take a look at them side by side. Hawaii is in the top of the nation in 3 of these 5 statistical categories, including kills percent, hitting percentage, and assist percent.
Well, pretty much everything besides service aces. That's where the Matadors come out on top. But Hawaii's numbers have been absolutely stunning when we do these team comparisons.
Yeah, and a lot of things you have to look at those numbers and have to think Hawaii is still putting up those types of numbers by beating teams in 3 sets. They're still getting lofty numbers, which is very impressive of this team.
You guys smell a sweep tonight?
I think so.
I think so, but be very, very careful. Even though there's 10 points between these teams, this Matador team can be dangerous.
Team introductions coming up, and Scott and Chris on the other side when we come back.
Coming up, the first of 2 Big West matches between the 12th ranked Matadors of CSUN and the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. And welcome to the Stan Sheriff Center. Let's take a look now at the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match, Coach.
For CSUN, they need some kill percentage from their opposites. Both of them are hitting 133 and 175. Campbell would take a 250 from either of them. And for Hawaii, the revenge factor is in place. CSUN gave Hawaii 2 of their 8 losses last year, and they were 3-0 losses at Northridge.
And Hawaii gets the kill by Stein. Von Tilburg with that kill. He moves into 9th place all-time on the career kills list, surpassing Dejan Miladinovich, 1,199 kills for the Dutchman. You know who's number 8? Siki Zarkovic, but he's about 100-something kills ahead of Stein. So Hawaii leads it 1-0, just underway here from the Stan Sheriff Center. They go in the middle off the double block. Dug up by Cowell, left side. Stein pushes it over. Diving saved by the Matadors. Bumped up by Enriquez. Kalchev will get it off the block. Dimitar Kalchev, he's a good one. 3.35 kills per set and has 39 service aces this year as he goes back.
And here comes with his serve. People watch him as number 9, maybe the hardest, fastest server in America.
And he cranks that one too far. Hawaii, of course, comes in 15-0 on the year, 2-0 in the Big West. The Matadors check in at 10-8 and 0-2. Their 2 losses coming back on March 1st and 2nd against Long Beach State, where the 49ers swept them both evenings. Von Tilburg with the serve. Enriquez to Ittner in the middle, pushed up and down by Daniel Wetter. You have a great story about him, don't you?
Oh, Wetter, unbelievable. He comes to Jeff Campbell on the first day and says, Coach, yeah, I can touch 12 feet. Campbell says, I haven't had anybody touch 12 feet in the history of the program except for Harvest Green last year. And Wetter proceeds to go up and knocks a foam board off the top of the backboard, the rim, with his head. And then proceeds to run over and touch 12 feet. So the guy's a leaper, is Daniel Wetter.
So is Rado Parapunov, who puts that one down with authority. His first kill. Hawaii with the single-digit advantage here early in set number 1. Back to serve for Hawaii. Patrick Gassman into the twine. Of course, after this weekend, only 2 more home matches remain for Hawaii. As we take a look at the Hawaiian Financial FCU starting lineups, they'll be at the bottom of your screen. So folks want to come out and see this team, they better come out tomorrow. And then Hawaii plays 8 of their final 10 on the road. Back to serve Kamsha.
The other option is to come out for the Big West tournament.
Absolutely. There's an ace by Kamsha, his 24th on the season. And CSUN takes an early 4-3 advantage. We talked to Jeff Campbell, and he said one of the keys tonight for them to be successful would be their serving.
Exactly. And the play of their opposites as well.
So Kamsha out of Gdansk, Poland. Serves that one over and just long. So he gets the ace and the service error. That point ties it up at 4 apiece. Hawaii CSUN. CSUN number 12 in the country. Hawaii, of course, number 2. Couldn't get any help from UCSB this weekend, though.
You can't blame the Gauchos for not trying.
No, they pushed Long Beach as far as they could last night, and I believe they fell in 4 tonight. Parapunov, 2-time Big West Player of the Week, serves that one into the net. That's a rare mistake by the Bulgarian, who's just been on fire the last 2 weeks.
2 great matches, Santa Barbara and Long Beach this weekend. Santa Barbara had their chances, but just couldn't quite get over the hump.
Pashinsky with a nice serve. Worsley, left side, cross court, off Enriquez. Chased down behind the end line. It'll have to be freed over. No, it'll be attacked. And hit off the block nicely by Dimitar Kolchev. Entirely Bulgarian native. I remember him 2 years ago when they came into the Stan Sheriff Center, and he was good then as a sophomore.
Yeah, he's got a lot of game. Those foreigners play a lot of volleyball from a young age.
Quickly in the middle, Solbrecht crushes the coconut. Yeah, it's kind of like the UN here tonight. You got Bulgaria, you got Poland, you got the Netherlands, and the United States. As you take a look at this again, Coach.
What a set. That's like on a line, on a rope, right to Dalton Solbrecht.
And you have Makarau in the house, but hits that one into the net. So service errors early on, a bit of a problem for Hawaii, though serving has been one of their strengths. 2.02 service aces per set, second best in the country.
Yeah, but both sides showing a little bit of jitteriness from behind the service line so far. Even Kolchev, their ace leader, hit one long.
Outside, Von Tilburg reaches up and puts it down cross court. You look at Hawaii and you're trying to be an opponent, trying to scout UH. I mean, it's got to be
impossible.
Yeah, exactly.
They have so many weapons. And Worsley is so unpredictable.
Solbrig will lollipop that one over. Ittner, the setter on the left side. Kolchev gets the kill. You're going to hear that name a lot tonight. Dimitar Kolchev.
He really hurt UH last year. He had 7 aces in that weekend. 6 aces, I think, in one night and 1 ace the other night. So he was UH's worst nightmare at Northridge.
Here's the redshirt freshman setter, Ittner. It looks like an overpass will be a joust. Kept alive by CSUN. Attack block saved by Gassman. Chased down Worsley. Von Tilburg off the block and out of bounds. Nice job by Von Tilburg using the blockers to his advantage.
Notice Northridge picking on Von Tilburg as a passer just then. Stein passed it up a little bit too close to the net, but his passing has improved immensely from last year.
Joe Worsley cranks that serve. Ittner, pipe set, knocked down nicely by Pashinsky.
All Big West freshman last year. With his last 2 matches, he's gone 19 kills, no errors, and 29 tries.
Yeah, last weekend they swept a pair against St. Francis and Lindenwood. Played pretty well in both those matches. Here's Kolchev, handled nicely by Hawaii. Von Tilburg from the right side. And right now, it's the Stein show offensively for the Bows.
Stein so at home on that right side. He played an entire freshman year over there on that right side. So when he plays one rotation, when he goes through the front, he's got to go over there one time. He almost always comes through.
Chased down by Ittner. The attack cross-court dug up by Worsley. Saved by Kyle. Von Tilburg will keep it alive. Here comes CSUN. Enriquez bumps it up on the left side, off the block. Saved again over on the left side. Pashinsky goes cross-court, gets that one to fall. They went once, twice, 3 times to Maciej Pashinsky, and the 3rd time was a charm for him.
Pashinsky just taking a no approach, standing jump there, just kept the ball in play.
Here's Cowell, and he gets the touch at the net. We'll get our first serving substitution for the University of Hawaii as Jackson Van Eckeren will come in. Sophomore out of Naperville, Illinois. He was the backup setter a year ago. So Ekrin will serve that one down the right side. Ittner back set right side. The attack off the block by Tomsha.
Tomsha playing well so far. Did a couple kills in 3 tries.
Well, right now, CSUN's hitting what Hawaii hits, 700. They have not committed a hitting error. 11-9 Matadors. The serve coming by Tomsha. Worsley to his brother on the left side. Kyle cranks that one down the line. And we get a point for UH. The officials, Joe Aguilar up on the ladder and Wayne Lee across the way on the floor. Always get that mainland official for conference matches. So Hawaii has cut the deficit down to 1 here in the first stanza. And Rado Parapunov, dangerous from there. Rips that serve into the net. That's quite a few service errors for Hawaii.
Rare that Rado would serve 2 in a row out. Usually he corrects it by his second serve if he misses the first. Not that time.
Oshinsky. Wally pops that one over. Worsley left side. No, out of the back row. Von Tilburg hits it too far. Hawaii just looks a little off here in the early going, and this is the largest lead for CSUN. I was watching them warm up, and they didn't even look very good warming up. They looked kind of out of sorts. And the crowd will try to get him back into this one. Poshinsky again with the serve. Uncoils that one. Kyle Worsley quickly in the middle. Solberg, no problem.
Hey, Northridge has done their homework. They had 2 blockers up on Solberg. Usually he fools people when Worsley goes to the 10-foot line and fires it to him. But not that time. 2 blockers up, but Dalton's just so quick in that set. So precise.
Dalton Solberg hitting .523 on the year. Ittner will back set the right side. That goes off the hands of Kyle on the hit by Tomsha. Tomsha second on the team in kills per set at 3.18.
Kyle wondering, how'd that ball get through my hand?
Right?
Might have been a little wet.
Chapluski lines it down the side. It's going to be an overpass to block. The save by CSUN. Over on the left side. Tooling it off the block. One arm save by Rado. Thrown up for Kyle Huff. The two-handed over. Diving dig by the Matadors. Left side. Kolchev. He's room. Solberg. Worsley in on Hawaii's first block.
CSUN had their chances. There's some good swings there. Just a better Hawaii block right there.
That's kind of a tough play for Kolchev. I think that was pretty much all he could do.
The
right?
set was a little blind and a little off the net, and he really didn't have much of a run-up. Pretty much a standing step and gather and go up and swing.
We'll have a little housekeeping done on the Terraflex.
Another serving set for Hawaii. This guy can play.
Philippe Umbler from the Czech Republic. We've seen him at times come in against lesser non-conference opponents this year, and he's done pretty well. He's got 9 service aces on the year. Only a freshman, 6'7". Let's see if he can make it number 10 in the service ace department. Umbler lines that one into the net. A plethora of service errors by the Rainbow Warriors here in the first set.
It's 5 altogether.
We'll take a timeout. CSUN first to 15.
Rainbow Warrior Volleyball on Spectrum Sports is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii and Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Hawaii trails at 15-12 here in the opening set. Rado Parapunov gets the kill. The difference to this point, Coach, has been 5 service errors for Hawaii. They have yet to register an ace.
You know, one-third of CSUN's points have come off Hawaii serving errors. It's been a big difference in this first set for sure.
Which kind of tells me the game plan is Hawaii feels they have to serve tough against this team. There's Worsley, nice cross-court serve. Ittner behind the 3-meter line. On the left side, using the block well, is Kasori Tomsha. Tomsha now with 3 kills, back out to a 3-point lead for the Matadors.
You know, I asked Jeff Campbell about Tomsha at practice yesterday. I said, so when he plays well, does the team play well? He says, yeah, this is like, he's a little bit of a Jekyll and Hyde. When he puts up good numbers, we do well. Right now, he's got 3 kills, no errors, hitting .750. Tomsha for the year hits $1.75.
Yeah, so he's hitting well. Not a good sign for Hawaii. As Dimitar Kolchev goes back to serve. Cranks that one over. Handled nicely by Hawaii. Back set to Von Tilburg. Off Enriquez flies into the front row.
Stein with his 5th kill here in the first set. The average is like 4 on the year, so he's already above his average just partway through this first set.
Oh, we got to see Brett Rosemeyer come in to serve, the senior out of Virginia Beach. Has 2 service aces on the year. Rosie with the flip and the rip, gets it over. Hittner chases, back sets the right side. The attack off the block, then beyond the end line by Tomsha.
Tomsha on fire right now.
But one thing CSUN's not allowing Hawaii to do, they're not allowing Hawaii to put together any runs. Daniel Wetter floats that one into the net. Keep in mind, Hawaii has won 45 straight sets. And they trail 17-15 here in the first. Patrick Gassman, the giant out of Clovis, California. Lollipops that one over. Hittner in the middle, going up and putting it down nicely is Paul Shipnewski.
That was a perfect pass. That time, Gassman, because so many serves have been out, Gassman decided not to jump serve then. Kind of served kind of a lollipop, which allowed Northridge to run a nice little offense.
You know, one thing also to keep in mind, both middles are redshirt freshmen. The setter is a redshirt freshman for CSUN. Here comes Hawaii. In the middle, Sobrig is money. It's almost impossible to stop that.
Connection between Worsley and Sobrig is just so smooth, isn't it?
Yes. That's almost impossible. You mentioned last time, they even had 2 blockers up recognizing it, and they couldn't stop it.
Yeah. That's what they call a gap set. It goes right between the outside blocker and the middle blocker, and it is on an absolute rope.
Well, if Hawaii's going to get back in this one, they can do it behind that guy, Parapunov, is set on the left side. The roof! Worsley got all of that one on the attack by Maciej Pashinsky. Second block for the Warriors.
Pashinsky does the right thing here, picking on Hawaii's smallest blocker, but guess what? Hawaii's smallest blocker, he can get up.
So Hawaii now within 1. With Rado Parapunov back to serve. Rado with 22 service aces on the year. Had to take a bit off that one. They go in the middle off the double block. One hand save Parapunov. Thrown up for Kyle. Rips it off the double block. Save back row. Hittner, the pipe. And he goes off of Parapunov on the hit by Pashinsky.
I think it was Kolchev out of the back row that time. Hitting the pipe set. And, let's see, there's Sia Kolchev, number 9, coming out of the back row. He just cuts it, misses all 3 blockers. And Rado could not pick it up. Great shot by Kolchev.
But Pashinsky now will serve. Good look at Dimitar right there. Fans in this one early. Hawaii getting pushed. No question about it. Good pass to Worsley. Here comes Kyle, goes up and puts it down. Talk about guys that leap. He's undersized as well, but he's got some great hops.
He really does. He gets up and he can hang. He goes up high. Sort of just hangs right there, looks around, sees a hole in the block. That time I think he went over the block. OTT.
So again, Hawaii within 1. There's Colton Cowell out of Makawao, Maui. It's ready from the far left side. Cranks that serve. Good handle by Enriquez. They go high left side. Kolchev off the double block, dug up, thrown up for Parapunov, and he hits it inside the triple block and gets it to fall.
Well, what an effort by, first of all, by Worsley to get that set up for us, a hittable ball for Parapunov. Then Parapunov facing 3 blockers. Great job by Northridge to get 3 guys up. And as only Rado can do, he hits sharp angles.
Fifth tie of this one. That's a nice serve. Good handle by the Matadors. They go in the middle, and hitting it wide and out of bounds is Paul Shibnewski. And Hawaii has taken the lead, and that will force Jeff Campbell and CSUN to call a timeout. Hawaii up by a point. Let's check out the first Hawaiian Bank top three, and it is Big West hitting percentage by individuals. Hawaii has the top three, Rado, Stein, and Colton. In fact, those three are three of the top five in the country in individual hitting percentage. Over past Gaston makes them pay.
What a serve by Colton Cowell out of the timeout.
And back into a timeout by CSUN.
It's so hard to do. You know, Jeff Campbell called a timeout specifically to slow down Colton Cowell's serve, but Cowell comes out of the timeout and just unleashes, gets the overpass, and Stein does the rest.
I've always felt that's almost like a service ace, right? When you get the overpass and the kill. It won't go down statistically as that, but it's pretty darn close. What has been the difference here?
That's why I think Cowell should have gotten credit for the kill rather than Stein.
Right.
Stein did was easy.
All right, let's check out now the Jack fact. What is today's Jack fact? It is Dimitar Kolchev, the outside hitter from Kardzali, Bulgaria. Rado Parapunov, the junior opposite hitter from Sofia, Bulgaria. All right, you see at the very top there above Dimitar's name, that is a Bulgarian word. That is how it's spelled in Bulgarian. It says, nice to see you again in Bulgarian. Now we're going to try our best. I talked to Rado. We're going to try our best to pronounce it. Radvam Sedate Vidya. I hope that's close. And that means nice to see you again. So, Chris, Radvam Sedate Vidya. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again, too.
I talked to Rado. He knows Dimitar. He played against him a lot back in youth volleyball, but they were never teammates. And their two cities are about 3.5 hours apart from one another, so it's not like Kaimuki and Manoa. We actually have two Bulgarians, a couple of players from Poland, the Netherlands, Czech Republic, Norway. It's the United Nations on a Friday night in Manoa. Konkao, after the overpass, back to serve again. Hawaii up by a deuce. Nice serve again. Ittner will take it on the left side. Kolchev hard off the double block and out of bounds. When in doubt, go to Dimitar.
Yeah, he's a pretty sure thing out there on the outside. Hitting 314 on the air, 3.5 kills a set.
Dominic
Tonight,
Stratford.
5 kills and 11 tries, hitting 364. So
not too bad.
He's doing all right.
Dominic Stratford's going to come in and serve. He's a sophomore. Has not served an ace this year. Gets that one over. Good high pass. Worsley, left side. Stein, no problem. 7th kill for Stein von Tilburg.
Pretty good for a guy who averages 4 kills a set. He's already up to 7 here in the first set.
He's almost doubled his set average. The shaka sign there by Stein. He even speaks a little pigeon now. Float serve by Solberg. This handle by Kolchev. They go back to him off the block and out of bounds, off the hands of Gassman and Von Tilburg, one of Hawaii's taller combined blocking duos.
Pretty good serve by Solberg that time, pushing Kolchev deep in the court, making it hard for him to get a good run up. But he recovered well and got the nice side out.
Here's Taylor Ittner, the redshirt freshman setter out of Meadow Vista, California. Here comes Rado off the double block beyond the end line and out of bounds.
Well-formed Matador blocker just could not keep up with the hard drive by Rado. That's the one area that CSUN's kind of lacking in, where the opponents do better than they do. Blocks per set. CSUN with 1.7, their opponents 2.4, an area in which Jeff Campbell wishes that number was better.
No question. Joe Worsley uncoils that one. Ittner will backs at the right side. And the roof of Kolchev. That time Gaspin and Von Tilburg were in on it.
There's a pretty big block. 6'10 and 6'8. Kolchev normally can deliver on that side, but Stein shuts it down. Takes away that line shot.
Almost looked like it went off the forearm of Stein. He got so high up there. So set point UH. Joe Worsley to serve it up. Roll shots it over. Back set. Right side off the block. That time it works for Kolchev. His arm might be a little tired after tonight's match. He's getting quite a few swings.
He's one of the few players who has played here in this arena before.
Kopitar can change things behind the service line as well. We mentioned he's the career ace leader in CSUN history. He has 39 this year already. And Charlie Wade wants to talk things over. I think he kind of realizes what's the situation. If you're CSUN and Jeff Campbell, if you could pick one guy to be back there in this situation, it's the guy that's back there.
Exactly. He can score a lot of points in a hurry. Remember last year, 7 aces on Hawaii in those 2 matches, 6 of them in one night and one night the other. He had another one, and I'll tell you, he is really good. He can turn a set around all by himself.
All right, let's go to Ryan. He has a very special guest with him. Ryan?
Hey, thanks, Scott. Well, we're here in the stands with a very familiar face to Hawaii boys volleyball, Guy Enriquez. Guy, of course, your son playing. What is it like as a father to see your son come home and play here?
It's pretty exciting. I mean, this is such a great venue here at Hawaii. I mean, this is volleyball at its best. I mean, I watch the boys at all places on the mainland, and I tell you, it's nothing like volleyball in Hawaii.
You know, you not only have Emmett, but this is your second time this season. Your other son already played here. How did you get 4 boys to play in Division I men's volleyball at the highest level possible? You got to be proud of that.
It's very far and few in between. I'm not sure how we did it, but yeah, it's pretty spectacular to have actually 5 boys, my oldest son, Corey, who played here. So 5 boys on D1 volleyball. I really don't know how it happened, but we're a pretty fortunate family.
Yeah, and of course, your wife, Julie, here.
I think that's where it all came from.
Final question, when they're playing each other, who do you cheer for? Stay neutral?
Oh, that's the worst because, you know, somebody wins, but somebody loses. Yeah, I'd rather have it like this. You just cheer one side.
All right, guys, thank you. We'll send it back over to you guys.
Of course, his son Emmett started his collegiate career at Cal Baptist before they dropped their program. Set point Hawaii. Von Tilburg is roofed by Maciej Poshinski.
That was one terrific block by Paczynski. He was all by himself. Charlie Wade's going to call another timeout.
So it's been that kind of an opening set. Hawaii, they're hitting 652, but only up by 1 point as we take a look again at that solo roof by Poshinski.
Only 2 hitting errors by Hawaii so far. They've 17 kills, and they're hitting for a nice number, but it's so hard to get that 25th point. I'm sure Charlie is drawing something up right now. Maybe I think they'll go back to Stein on the right side, but maybe Stein will be a decoy and Rod will be a decoy, and they'll go to Colton Cowell. Who knows?
Well, congratulations to Laura Beeman and the Rainbow Wahine basketball team. They won their semifinal matchup with UC Riverside early today. The Bows will play for the Big West Tournament Championship tomorrow against UC Davis. So that's number 1 and number 2. At softball, Hawaii taking on number 4 Alabama. And it's over. Hawaii run-ruled 9-0 by the only unbeaten team in the country in the University of Alabama. And over at the Les Murakami Stadium, a good one again. Bottom of the 4th, tied at 1, Hawaii and CSU Bakersfield.
There was Emily Maglio over there and Clay Greeley in the stands cheering on the boys. Maglio and her beach team have got huge matches this weekend against Nebraska, Cal Berkeley. Those will be going on down in Waikiki. Monday night, I think, is going to be with Spectrum.
Yeah, we'll have the match over here at the TC Ching facility Monday, 7 o'clock, Hawaii and Nebraska. They come out every year, and they have a local flavor. Jalen Reyes is now the head coach of the beach volleyball team at Nebraska. There's his dad, Tino, longtime men's volleyball assistant to Mike Roden.
So a lot of good reasons to either come here and watch live or catch it on Spectrum.
Here comes Kolchev, and he serves it into the net. The service error gives Hawaii a very tight set number 1 by the score of 25-23. So Hawaii leads this one 1-0 on a Friday night in Manoa. Well, let's take a look at some outside hitter highlights from Dimitar Kolchev in that first set. Chris, 7 kills, hit 357.
Yeah, he's been their offensive machine. Add 5 early UH serving errors, and there's a dozen points right there. And Stein Van Tilburg, same thing. 7 kills. Those two guys really carrying the load offensively for their team.
Boy, hitting 652 in that opening stanza. And not too shabby for CSUN, a team that only hits 281. They hit 367 in that opening frame.
You know, that would win most matches, most sets, as would their 75% side-out percentage. But Hawaii's siding out at 82%. You know, they say between 70 and 75, you should win most matches in the Big West or the NPSF. And poor CSUN that time, 75%, and they don't win.
But they made it close. The one thing that kind of stands out to me, no aces for the University of Hawaii, one of the better serving teams in that category in the entire country.
They got a little conservative after they had those 5 early service errors. But I think the real breakaway, the separation came when Colton Cowell went back. He had a long service run there that made the difference.
So there you see Dimitar Kolchev. We talk about he and the amount of aces, but he also does have quite a few service errors, right?
He got 71 to be exact, I think. Maybe at least 72 now.
I think 70. He had 2 service errors.
Actually, 2 errors, so he's got 73 service errors.
Are you surprised that he went for it when it was so close to end set number 1?
No, because that's just his style. You know, he hits the ball hard, and well, he has 2 serves. He has hard and harder.
I had soft and softer. All right, ready for set number 2. Hawaii leads 1-0, taking the opener 25-23. Kolchev will serve. We're underway. Worsley will go in the middle. Von Tilburg is there. A touch. No touch called. That one goes long. And the Matadors on the board first.
If that would have happened late, it looks like Wade is going to challenge this, even though it's early in the contest.
All right.
Set. I would have thought he'd save those challenges for late in a set as opposed to early in the set. But Patrick Gassman was very emphatic that he did hear a touch.
So Wayne Lee, the down official, will take a look at the monitor as Randy will show it to him. And yeah, it's rare that you see on the very first point they go for it, but let's see if we see a touch. Looked like a touch to me.
The first finger.
Yeah. Looked like you got the hand.
Right there.
Look at it again, and it does look like it got part of the paw of Daniel Wetter.
Yeah.
Wayne Lee, this may be an easy call for him. It didn't take as long as the baseball umpires do, I'll tell you that. And there will be a touch called, so a successful challenge by Charlie Wayne.
No arguments from the CSUN side.
And so Hawaii flips the one over to their side. And Joe Worsley will go back to serve. Worsley with 16 assists in that opening set. There's cross court. Ittner in the middle and put down nicely by the Matadors.
Well, Daniel Wetter, an undersized middle at 6'5". Looks more like he's 6'4", actually, is what Coach Campbell told me. He gets up, quick arm, long arms. Nice little jump float as well.
Punched up, then knocked over the left hand by Von Tilburg. Basically a free ball, though backs it the left side, and there is the roof of Paszczynski. Von Tilburg, Gassman in on the stuff.
Solid block. Gassman has really come along as a middle blocker so far since his freshman year.
Oh, yeah. 1.61 blocks per set. Tops in the country in that category. Nice serve. Ittner, the pipe, and the roof again by Gassman.
Did he hear you? I think he heard you. He wants to live up to his billing as the top blocker in the country, percentage-wise.
That time they got Kolchev flying out from the 3-meter line. The roof party has begun here in set number 2 for UH.
Patrick also works a lot on his film work. and his footwork, both two important things for middle blockers.
Another nice serve by Stein. Ittner backs at the right side. And that one, that time, off the hands by Thompson. Well, in our Game On segment, talking about the diets of some of the players and the eating habits. And one guy, Patrick Gassman, really has changed his body as well.
Yeah, a lot of the guys have made sacrifices to become better players in so many ways.
The keto diet, that's the new, it's high fat, low protein, or vice versa. I don't remember.
High fat, high protein. Eat all you want.
There's a quick set to Gassman, who becomes offensive. Last week against Pepperdine, Gassman had double-digit sets. And said, how'd that feel? He goes, I didn't know how to act. I'd never had the ball set to me so many times. There you go, look at the big guy.
He also loves playing back row. He loves keeping the ball in play so that he can do what he once did when he was 10 years old. He didn't keep it in play then. But when he was 10, 11, 12 years old, he was libero.
That's right.
Never knew he'd grow to be 6'10". But he still prides himself in his back row defense.
So he's really a libero in a 6'10" middle blocker's body then, you're saying?
Yeah.
Worsley looks over the defense, says the left side, easy kill for Cowell. Good deception there by Solberg.
This is a difficult set to block, I'm telling you. Solberg was the decoy for sure. He took, I think, one blocker with him, maybe two.
Yep.
And then Cowell was right on top of him. It's called a gap and go play.
Harpunov serves it, and that one goes a bit too long. So Hawaii still looking for their first service ace of the match. Hawaii won the opener 25-23. Now Shibnewski floats that one beyond the end line. They're hitting 750 in the set. I mean, their numbers are still astronomical. Incredible. Colton Cowell with the crowd beginning to clap. Gets the tape, gets over. Ittner goes on the left side. Reached up, pushed over, rat-a-tat around, saved by Hawaii. And Von Tilburg will be triple blocked. I think Stein made the right call. Just turn around, hit the ball as hard as you can, but there were 6 hands waiting for it.
Yeah, solid block by CSUN that time. You're right, 6 hands across. And Hawaii is so used to Stein putting the ball down, they forgot to cover for him. That ball was in the air a long time, and someone probably should have gotten their hand on it.
Freshman setter Ittner. Worsley will have to push it over, and then it's pushed back by Wetter and down onto the Terraflex. Like kind of a little sloppy the last couple of plays.
Gage Worsley not happy with himself, but he forced his brother into a tough situation at the net. The 50-50 ball there that CSUN gets the best of.
Usually the last player that touches it wins, right?
Yeah.
It always works that way. Dump serve again by Ittner. Gage to Joe. On the step out, Solberg dug up by Enriquez. Chased down, kept alive. Jousted the net, and winning that battle again is Wetter.
That was a crazy play. Step out looks like it's going to work. A great bump set put up so that Wetter can use his leaping ability. You know, he touches 12 feet. And he can just tap it down.
Good jumping
everybody.
Yes, he was. So CSUN takes the lead now, 7-6. And that serve into the middle of the netting. I'll tell you what, though, CSUN 10-8 on the year, 0-2 in the Big West. They're ranked number 12, but this is a pretty good team when you consider they've got 3 freshmen that are starting.
They lost a lot of offense using Arvis Green from last year, and who led the nation in points per set.
Yeah, he was awesome. Set on the left side, off the double block, save back row by Solberg. Back set right side, here comes Rado! Harpunov with his 5th kill of the night. And there you see
Rado is
Loretta.
rad. I like that inside.
Yeah, Anthony Loretta, she's pretty sharp, you know, with those slangs. Coming up with those little sayings. See if Solberg can get Hawaii's first ace of the night. And he does not. Instead, it's another service error. That is now 8 service errors, no service aces for Hawaii. And Dimitar Kolchev, the Bulgarian, cranks that one. Worsley to Joe, left side. Stein went up and put it down.
Great set from Worsley. Nice pass from Gage Worsley. 68-mile-an-hour heater that time from Kolchev.
And Stein really went up that time, reached high for that one. No question. Here comes Joe with the jump serve. Cranked, shanked, Ittner chases it. The set, cross-court, dug up by Worsley on the hit by Pushinsky. Here comes Rado off the triple block.
Rado is so deceptive, and he's got great vision. Out of the corner of his eye, he saw that, I think saw a moving blocker on the end, so he just chooses to go off the end blocker. He could have also turned that down inside the 3-meter line. He's getting that good.
Well, we saw Stein kind of take over that first set. Good to see Rado get involved. Good to see Gassman with another block, the one-hand stuff of Kasori Tomsha.
Hawaii's block really starting to make a statement right now.
Gassman now with 5 blocks. Hawaii is a team with 6. Largest lead of 3 for Hawaii. In their weight, sets the middle. Off the chest of Worsley. Kept alive by Stein. Up near the net, pushed over. And we'll get a net violation. No question about that one. Of course, these two teams will hook up again tomorrow. Join us at 6:30 for game on. A little after 7, first serve. Wetter pops that one in. Lands just inside the end line for the ace.
There's a jump float that he hit for a pretty good number. It was probably 40, 50 miles an hour, but it had a lot of movement on it.
His 9th ace on the year. Almost picked up his 10th in the middle. And a sidearm put down by Gassman. That was a line drive set inches above the net for Gassman.
It was a little bit low. I think Joe could take that one back and say, Patrick, I should have got that up higher for you.
Got a short arm, kind of a Kareem skyhooked it almost.
Exactly.
But it worked. On Tilburg. On the left side. Dug up by Hawaii. Worsley off the triple block by Colton Cowell, then off the netting, and a point for UH. One thing we're seeing from CSUN, we're talking about the fact Hawaii has yet to register a service error, but talking to Jeff Campbell before the game, he said, we've been passing the ball pretty good lately.
Yeah, that has not been an issue tonight, really. They've given their setter Ittner some pretty good passes against the good hitting percentage.
Ittner.
That was a perfect pass right there.
Yes, it was, and there's a solo block of Tomsha by Cowell, who went up above the net with both paws and said, no, no, no. The stuff by Cowell, and Hawaii leads 14-10. Back inside the Sheriff Center, Hawaii CSUN, there you see UH took the opener 25-23. They lead by 4 here in the second set. Hawaii, what are they siding out at right now, Coach?
I know, siding out at 72% for this set, 79 overall, hitting .636 in this game. Northridge hitting .071.
That sounds like one of those bingo numbers. They call it softball.
Yeah.
Back to action here on the left side. The block again by Hawaii of Pushinsky. All of a sudden, Hawaii's blocking has been a huge factor. Timeout on the floor. Hawaii leads. Well, the Rainbow Warriors came into tonight's match first in the country in blocks per set at 2.76. They have not disappointed.
Well, we've already got 8 blocks here. We're halfway through the second set.
The blocking has been tremendous. You got 5 for Gassman, Solberg with 4, Cowell has 4, and there's a pushover, and they're going to call over the top. Yep. Setter Ittner took that ball back over onto the CSUN side, so that'll be a point for UH.
See Nick Campbell show it here. Oh, yeah, the ball's completely on Hawaii side of the net.
I'm impressed by how high he got his hand up over there.
Yeah.
Should get half a point for that.
That's the correct call.
No doubt. 16-10, Rainbow Warriors. Von Tilburg jump serves it over. Ittner out the back row. And Kolchev hits it too far. And service errors now playing a factor. Jeff Campbell wants to talk things over. He's going to take a timeout. Of course, in the first set, Hawaii was kind of back and forth, but it's been all UH here, and they're on a 6-0 run, I believe. Chris?
Yeah, they've really got it going now. Playing some great defense. We saw the block package there, 8 blocks to 2.5 for CSUN. Hawaii just finally got warmed up. They started so slowly tonight. In case you just joined us, they served 5 balls out in like the first 10 serves. And now they're looking like the regular Hawaii.
I'll tell you what, let's check out how it works, presented by Central Pacific Bank.
We're going to take a look at this play by Joe Worsley. He calls it what's called a gap go. The gap is this area right here in between the outside blocker and the middle blocker. The go is a really fast set to the outside. Hopefully Solberg will take a block with him. He does. One blocker goes up, and then right behind him is Cowell. Cowell's got the whole cross-court angle wide open right there, and that's how it works. And that gap go set.
And it definitely worked for Joe Worsley and Hawaii right there. Hey, a reminder for the latest information on UH Athletics, go to hawaiiathletics.com for UH news, tickets, videos, and more. Also visit UH's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube sites to follow your favorite teams and get current fan promotions. C-Mac, you have a Twitter account. You do, right? Are you on Twitter?
No.
You're not? Are you on Facebook?
No.
Instagram?
No.
Have you ever looked at YouTube?
Yes.
Okay. Well, 1 out of 4 is not bad. Hawaii up by a touchdown here against CSUN. They have begun to get separation between themselves and the Matadors. But UH still looking for that first service ace of the night. Could Stein Von Tilburg provide it right here? No, but almost an overpass, saved by Ittner again, and then put down by CSUN.
I mean, Ittner did go up this time again, but this time at least part of the ball was on the CSUN's side of the net, so it was a legal play.
Chibnewski credited with the kill, the redshirt freshman of Hardwood Heights, Illinois. Serving Tomsha. Quickly to Gassman, and he gets it down. It just sounds different when Gassman, 6'10", connects with the volleyball. Sounds painful almost. Serving substitution for Hawaii. Jackson Van Ekeren will come in and serve. We saw him in set number 1. The sophomore out of Naperville, Illinois. Former Rainbow Wahine Kaylee Thurlby hailed from that same town. Served down the right line. Ittner quickly on the left side is actually pushed over. Set by Gassman to Rado for the kill. Is that right?
I think it was Van Tilburg.
Okay, Von Tilburg, I was going to say. Can't imagine Gassman, he's not even in there.
What an assist by Stein Van Tilburg.
He may be the...
Make him the alternate center.
I was going to say. Jackson again serves it on the right side. Ittner out of the back row, and that one's hit a mile long by Kolchev. And Hawaii closing in on set number 2, up by 9, winning the opener 25-23. Looking for 47 sets won in a row.
Well, Jackson on a nice run here, having a good serving turn.
He is.
With a nice little jump float.
Ittner backs it, cross court, dug up. Stein will set it up for Rado. Cross court, Katsu. How was that? Look at Stein Von Tilburg.
Worsley with a terrific dig. Van Tilburg with an even better set. And Rado with an even better attack.
How does he set that ball from the back row?
Well, it takes a lot of volleyball playing in your life, first of all. Look at that. It's a 40-foot set.
We're going to have a setting change for the Matador. Sam Porter, the 6'4" senior out of Chesapeake, Virginia, will come in and run the offense. Porter was a setter a year ago. A set off the hands on the hit by Poshinski. Porter was in a real battle with Ittner coming into this season, and the freshman was able to take away the job from the senior. It's kind of rare.
Looks like Jeff Campbell wants to get a little bit of a different, maybe a different tempo out there out of his setter. Just anything to change things up, slow things down. He's used up both of his timeouts, I think.
Poshinski's serve gets over. Here comes Powell. Boy's having fun now.
This is a different play Joe Worsley's running. Instead of running the gap go, they run the gap and then an inside two. It's a little lob set there for Cowell to chase down. That was another well-designed play.
He's attacking from the middle as an outside right there.
Exactly.
Harapunov opposite over. Enriquez to Porter. The shot gets a piece of Worsley on the hit by Tomsha.
Tomsha comes up with kill number 6, hitting .364. So he's doubled his kill percentage output tonight. Something I'm sure Jeff Campbell's got to be happy about. That was one of the keys to the match, he said before I talked to him before the match. He says, we got to get more oppos to hit for a higher number, and Tomsha's doing just that.
Ryan DeWeese comes in, redshirt freshman out of Sacramento. Has 18 service aces on the year. The lefty cranks that one over. Worsley, where will he go? Tipped over the double block. Pancake save. They say play on, they will the block. Porter chases, throws it up on the far left side. Off the double block by Kolchev. Set on the left side. Cowell pounds it off the hands and down to Porter.
There's a pancake to start, but I'm not sure that
I don't think
pancake. It looked like all floor.
It looked like all floor to me as well. But it worked out because UH got the point. Yeah, there was no spatula involved in that one. 23 serving 13. Boom, Cowell rips that one cross court out of bounds.
Oh, with a 10-point lead, you can kind of afford to do that.
Boy, in the set, hitting 750. CSUN hitting 0. 8 kills, 8 errors. They gave Hawaii their best shot for sure in that opening set. Hawaii pulled it out 25-23 as Porter floats that one over. Backs it, right side step out, off the double block. Enriquez will dig it up, played off the net, but it'll be 4 hits called. And a point for Hawaii on net violation. They called a net violation on Hawaii.
So Joe Worsley ran under the net, all the way under the net on Seaside's side. And that's where the violation came.
Hawaii's used that step out.
He goes under right there.
Yep. You know, they've tried that step out twice now. Both times, CSUN wasn't ready for it. And there's the first kill for Joe Worsley on the night.
Joe doesn't call his own number that often, but when he does, he's usually successful. As he does right there, gets a nice touch.
So set point for the Bows, 24-15. Hawaii leads it. And big Rado Parapunov will go back. Actually, that's going to be a serving specialist. That's going to be a Philippe Umbler. And Umbler hits it into the net.
So hard coming off the bench after being standing around for half an hour, 45 minutes. Then you got to go and put up a good jump serve. Not an easy task.
So Homer will go back to the bench. Kolchev will try to serve it over for CSUN. He does. It's a good serve. Hawaii will try to keep it alive. They do. Here comes Von Tilburg. Cross court, yes. And on a broken play, Hawaii gets the point, and they get the win, 25-16. That is now 47 straight set wins, and Hawaii leads 2-1. The corner crew be back at intermission.
Oh,
welcome back. Let's take a look at the McDonald's match stats.
Well, The stats are about as lopsided as the game scores. Hawaii hitting 651 to CSUN's 208. The big thing was CSUN hit 0-0-0 in that second set. Could never get their offense going. And how about the blocks? Hawaii really got their block going in the second set as well. 8 blocks to 2, a couple solos in there as well. Hawaii with 15 digs as well to CSUN 7. Gage Worsley getting most of those. But look at the service errors. Hawaii with 10. CSUN with only 6. CSUN's at least got a couple service aces to go along with it. Hawaii with no service aces so far.
And the service errors are what kept CSUN in that opening set.
Oh, absolutely. Hawaii had 5 service errors there, and to go along with the 2 service aces of CSUN, that's how would help them keep in that first set. Second set, I don't know what happened except that Hawaii's block really got going, and Hawaii's offense continued to roll. And CSUN went backwards in their offense, especially hitting 0-0-0, 8 kills, 8 errors. Not good numbers in the second set.
Not good numbers, and Hawaii's 3 outside hitters were ranked in the top 5 nationally in hitting percentage. How about 778 for Kyle, a perfect 8 for 8 for Parapunov and Von Tilburg. He only hit 400. Those are outside hitters now, not middle blockers. We're underway here for set number 3, and the set in the middle is put down nicely by Paul Shibnewski.
Good start for CSUN right there. Get the offense going. It's exactly what the doctor ordered, and I'm sure that's what Jeff Campbell asked for, was a better offense here in this third set to make a comeback.
By the way, Taylor Ittner back in at setter for CSUN. Had a little respite on that push shot by Gassman. It goes off of the diving dig attempt by Tomshaw. So Ittner out for the last couple of points of set number 2. Probably just wanted to rest and let him see from a different vantage point.
Worsley again unafraid to go to the middles from just about anywhere. A little bit of an awkward set there. He'll set from the 10-foot line. Really doesn't matter. He loves to get his middles heavily involved in the offense.
Enriquez will have to set that one up. That's kind of a trap set, but it worked for Kolchev as he uses the right hand and pushes it off the Hawaii defenders.
Kolchev's first kill since the first set. He went 0 for in the second set after getting 7 kills in the first set. That's a good sign for Jeff Campbell as well to get Kolchev back going offensively.
And there's Ittner, a redshirt freshman setter. And he hits that one into the net. We're talking about Hawaii having 10 service errors, 7 now for CSUN. But they've got to take chances from behind the service line if they have any chance.
That's what won them their 2 matches, according to Jeff Campbell, who we just took a look at there. That's what won their 2 matches last year at CSUN. Jeff Campbell said it was all about the serving.
Kolchev will free that one over. Here comes UH Von Tilburg. Worsley in the middle. Solberg slaps it down with the right hand. Worsley gets so high up there, quickly gets that ball to the outside. Last week, Rado Parapunov on the postgame show has given all the credit of the success of this year's team to Joe Worsley. He said he's a 24-hour guy. I mean, he'll call them when they're not at the gym, check up on the guys, see how everybody's feeling, making sure they're eating right. Oh, he's like a coach.
It's no wonder they call him Joe Montana Worsley.
And that is his real middle name.
Yeah, he's certainly the quarterback of this team. Nobody would argue with that, I'm sure.
Gage was going to be called Dwight Clark Worsley, but the mom said no. At least that's what Gage says. Well, back-to-back service aces, one by Hawaii, one by Kolchev. Hawaii won the first 2, 25-23, 25-16. Hawaii still looking for their first ace. Rado with the flip, and that one goes into the netting.
Rado's 3rd service error of the night. Unusual for him. 4th service error, actually.
Winter's going to kind of float line that one over. Gage to Joe. Here comes Rado. Rado is stuck. Rado blocked by Shibnewski and Pashinsky. Sounds like a law firm.
CSUN was overdue for another block. Hustled to the outside. I think Shibnewski got most of that one. Good pass by Gage Worsley.
Here's Kyle, one-hand dig overpass, by the way, for Rado. That's his first error. The step up that time to Sobrig. Works out. Third time Hawaii ran it.
Worsley looked like he was going to hit, so he took a blocker with him. That blocker was assigned to Worsley to make sure he didn't do the dump shot, so he jumped with Worsley, and he just left the left side, Hawaii's right side, wide open.
Hard to believe that everybody that recruited Joe wanted him as a libero. Hawaii offered him a chance as a setter, and UH very happy with that. They're happy with that one as well. They get the point.
Remember his first year, he did a lot of substitute serving. He was like one of the guys who went back there and hit his jump serve, hit it well. But looking back on it, was he underutilized? Maybe.
Well, you had Jennings Franciscovic, who was a good setter.
Yep. Who's now playing professionally.
That one off the double block, the kill by Paul Shipnewski. They're utilizing their middles a little bit more than they usually do.
That's because their passing is better right now. They're able to run that middle. But good swing by Shipnewski.
And Kasori Tomsha of the Dents, Poland.
Shipnewski, by the way, 4 brothers, 2 sisters. They could have a volleyball team all by themselves.
No kidding, as Koshinski takes advantage of the overpass. They probably all play together.
7 of them all together. And he's been hot the last 11 matches, hit .527 over the last 11 matches. And he's starting to light it up right now.
Well, the Matadors with the 1-point lead. And that serve clips the tape, comes over, saved by Joe. Powell, tip over, one-hand dig, back over to Stein. Nice dig by Enriquez. Bumped up. Kalchev rolls it over. Cowell, Worsley, left side. Von Tilburg off the block, dug up by Enriquez. Hittner on the left side. The cross-court shot, dug up by Gage. Joe backs it right side. Parapunov off the block, saved back row by Kalchev. They go high on the right side. The attack dug up by Rado. Worsley, pipe set, Cowell!
What a terrific rally. Give a lot of credit to CSUN. There's the nice little diving dig from the back row by Tomsha. Enriquez with a great one. Great dig by Rado. And Cowell finishing it off with that back row quick. Oh, he jumps so well, so strong. Quick arm swing. And he gets another precise set.
Cowell
from Worsley.
Cowell without a hitting error so far tonight. 8 kills, hitting .667. So we're tied at 7 apiece. Dalton Solberg. And he hits that one into the net. This might end up being a season high in terms of service errors for Hawaii. They have had a plethora.
13 now.
I mean, they've had some matches where they've had double digits, but they've thrown in some aces in there as well.
Yeah.
Kind of balances things out. Served by Pashinsky. Worsley backs it right side, not waiting for it. As Parapunov has to two-handed over. Enriquez over on the right side. Tomsha off the dig attempt of Worsley. Then off Tiff Wells across the way and out of bounds. Tiffer showing a little good reaction across the way, the radio guy.
Good hands. He used to play, you know, and
Yes,
he's a good club volleyball coach as well.
Right down by a deuce now. And Maciej Pashinsky. No serve. Worsley in the middle. Gassman has been perfect. 6 for 6 on this one.
Again, even when they know the ball's going to Gassman on the 31, 2 blockers up. You think everybody's done their scouting report. They know it goes there a lot. They still can't stop it. It's 6-10. If Worsley throws it up high enough, Gassman will just go OTT.
And I think you're still really concerned. And there's Hawaii's first ace. It comes in set number 3 by Joe Worsley, his 12th on the year. Knew they wouldn't get shut out. At least you didn't think they would.
Worsley's trying to make, he goes down the line trying to make, I believe, he was trying to target Kalchev, CSUN's most effective offensive player overall.
It took a while, but Hawaii finally gets that ace. Came in second in the country in aces percent at 2.02. Bill Worsley, he can do it all. That one off the antenna. So Worsley shows he is at times human.
14 service errors on the night.
Walking back behind the service line, Paul Shipnewski. He's hit 527 over his last 11 matches. Can't get that serve over. Combined, we've had 23 service aces. So not a great night if you like serving. If you came here to watch serving, you're a little disappointed. Come back tomorrow night. Stein pops that one over. Ittner in the middle, off the double block, then off of Worsley. Wetter will get the kill. You know, Wetter, you talked about the story early on, how he impressed Coach Campbell, said, I can touch 12, and the coach said, well, show me. And what do you do? You put something on the basketball rim?
It's called a foam roller.
Okay.
It's something the players use to stretch out and roll out all the kinks. Just put the foam roller on the basket, and then went up and knocked it off with his head.
With his head. Perfect pass. Back set right side. Rado cross court. Dug up. Overpass. Kept it alive by CSUN. Enriquez will free it over. Gage to Joe to Rado. Easy as money.
Another new play that I think was audibleized in the middle of that transition from defense to offense. Perfect pass by Gage Worsley. And I think Rado asked for an inside set, and Kulchev was caught on the outside waiting for Rado to hit it on more towards the antenna. Instead, Rado sneaks inside and drills yet another one. Rado now with 9 kills, 1 error, hitting .667.
Yeah, he and Stein both with 9 kills. Good serve right there. Set on the right side. They attack off the double block. Saved by Hawaii. Set on the right side. Parapunov goes up and puts it down inside the end line.
Once again, Stein showing that he has sure paws. Just those hands working for another, I think it's his 3rd assist tonight. He turns around and goes, oh, I'm just another day at the setting office.
And that is his 3rd as Jakob Telle, the freshman out of Tonsberg, Norway, will serve again.
Jakob Telle and Anastasiadis are Hawaii's normal serving subs, and they haven't served at all yet tonight.
And Telle gets the ace. That's his 6th.
My guess is Anastasiadis will come in and they'll get some chance as well. They're the normal 2 serving subs for Hawaii.
So Hawaii has now made it a 13-11 lead. And their serving has come around here in the 3rd. Hawaii on a 3-0 scoring run. Telle again, the lefty. He gets it again. Back-to-back jacks by Telle. Telle vision. I like that sign. You see that? And Jakob showing some vision for sure. We talked about Hawaii serving. It has shown up in the 3rd. Hawaii up by 3. Back inside the stand, Sheriff Center, though, across the way behind us at Les Murakami Stadium. The Rainbow Baseball team has CSU Bakersfield exactly where they want them. Hawaii trailing 6-1 in the bottom of the 7th. Last night they were trailing 5-1 going into the 8th inning. You actually turned it on in that 8th inning, right, Coach?
Yeah, I thought I was the good luck charm, so I didn't turn it off until they got a safe lead.
You were the good luck charm. Kulchev keeps it alive. He'll be freed over. Here come the Bows. Worsley backs at right side. Cross court. Katsu Parapunov. That's his 11th.
Rado has such range. Look at that. He hits the ball sharp. Wrist away down by the 3-meter line. You can also take that ball directly down the line.
Boy, on a 6-0 scoring run behind a lot of the serving of Jakob Telle. Telle already with a couple of bases. Almost got one right there. And that one is going to be ripped. Whoa, nice save there by Kulchev. He just said, I'm going to hit that ball as hard as I can, and he did.
Look at those three blockers, and Telle comes off to a nice round of applause from the fans as he gave this Hawaii team a little bit of separation.
Update, Hawaii just scored a run. I told you they got them right where they're at. Clicked on with an RBI double. And Dimitar Kulchev to serve. Nice serve, handled nicely by Gaze. Quickly in the middle, Solberg crushes the coconut.
Well, that's a thing of beauty, isn't it? Watch the pass be too low. Worsley bend down. Pass to Worsley goes down low. Fires it up to Solberg, the 6'6" Solberg. Oh,
that's a PG-13.
What kind of a celebration? Is that PG?
PG-13.
Yeah, that's PG-13.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Close your eyes, Chris. That one off the double block. He'll carry out of bounds. So Emmanuel Wetter gets the kill.
He's
had a good night.
Yeah. 7 kills, 11 tries, no errors, hitting .636.
And that serve goes way long. You know, everybody knows Hawaii's unbeaten this year, which means they haven't lost at home. But think about this. Since the beginning of 2017, Hawaii is 40-4 at the Stan Sheriff Center. You talk about a true home court advantage. One Kyle. Goes cross court, gets it in. First ace for Cowell here this evening, 17th on the year.
Colton Cowell's the one who started to light it up in the first set and gave Hawaii some separation. Nice service ace there. He goes cross court. He can go down the line as well. He's serving from area 5 right now. He can also go to the other side of the court behind the end line and serve the other direction.
Hitler out of the back row, Culture, dug up by Cowell. Worsley, back row, attacked by Cowell, dug up by CSUN. Here comes Culture. Rado, Gage. Can they? They can't. Great effort by Colton Cowell, who slid off the Terraflex into that sign back there. Gotta be careful. Great hustle, though, by the Makawa native. Kasori Tomsho, second on the team in aces. He jumped a little too early. You could tell that the throw and the jump just weren't timed correctly.
Yeah, the toss just wasn't there.
And Jackson Van Ekeren will come back in to serve. Be interesting, he and Tele will battle it out probably for starting setter position next season. Down the right side, that was a good serve. Ittner in the middle, waiting for him as Gassman, and they eliminate Shipnewski's attack. Gassman putting together a player of the match kind of evening.
The Noah Roofing Company in play right now. Gassman at 6'10" easily can reach over and make it a very dark closet for the other middle attacker.
And that time, getting it off the block, kick save. But I think net violation on Hawaii. A little kick save there by UH. Of course, soccer, the #1 sport in the Netherlands, and that's where Stijn van Tilburg hails from. Turning off his footwork. 15 serving 21, Maciej Pashinski. Will flip it, rips it, and goes long. That's now a dozen service errors for CSUN, catching up with Hawaii. Hawaii has 14. Joe Worsley. Nice cross-court serve. That's 5 service aces, all coming here in the third set for Hawaii.
You kept waiting all night long for Hawaii's service ace, first service ace to come along. I think you were nervous there wasn't going to be one, and all of a sudden now you get 5 of them.
Well, I told you, I know a number of folks came here to just watch serving, and they were disappointed the first 2 sets. They're ecstatic now, and they're really happy to see what this young man has done, Colton Cowell, to this point of the evening.
He just gets up so high, and physically he's so strong. He's so versatile. He can hit a lot of different sets. Comes to the inside 2 there, right? He's hitting in the middle of the court. He hits, on the left side, which is his favorite place. He also hit out of the back row. He's got it all going on. And what improvement the young man from Kekalike has made over these last couple of years, especially over this last summer. We got to play a lot of beach volleyball with his buddy Brett Rosenmeyer. They did well in the collegiate beach volleyball championships 2 years in a row. They've played well. So he's basically honed his all-around game, especially his ball handling skills and digging.
Well, he's having a great night. I mean, 9 kills, hitting .643. He has an assist. He has a service ace. He has 5 digs. He has a block.
Yeah.
Well, not too bad for Colton Powell, who last year saw a little action towards the end of the year. But I don't think anybody really thought that Colton Powell was going to be a starter on that second left side spot coming into the season. But he's certainly worked hard, as you mentioned, and he's been terrific for Hawaii.
He's beat out, one of his best friends in Brett Rosenmeyer. That's not been easy for Brett to handle, but Brett has been a star, a rock star in supporting Powell. And Brett knows that he's just got to be, he's one play away from getting back there again.
Well, what's made this team so successful, not just the guys that are playing, but the guys on the bench. They're all supportive. Everybody realizes what their role is. As Kolchev gets a fill there.
Yeah, they all seem to have a greater vision whenever you talk to them. They're not worried about this consecutive sets won or consecutive games won. They have a greater vision of, let's just win the next match. And then after that, let's win the next match and keep on going until we've won all the matches.
Well, so far they have. Ryan DeWeese saw him earlier in the night come in as a serving specialist. One-hand set, two-hand pushover, and it falls down. Another kill for Parapunov. Now up to a dozen. The fans will rise to their feet on Aloha ball on Aloha Friday. Another nice crowd on hand. We'd love to see more folks in the house tomorrow night. Rematch. Can't make it. Tune in right here.
Well, people didn't stay away because of parking. Last week that was a big problem, but hopefully.
Well, you're talking about Brett Rosenmeyer. He's back to serve. Flips the tape, gets it over. Ittner on the left side, off the block attempt of Parapunov for Kolchev, and CSUN staying alive. Well, folks better find a way to get out here. After tonight, only 3 more home matches. Then, of course,
this team's worth watching, don't you think?
No question.
Such a great entertainment package.
Most exciting team on campus. Ittner cranks it over. Joe backs it right side. Step out by Gassman, and Hawaii wins it.
Where did that come from? Are you kidding me?
Gassman showing some great feet right there on the step out, huh?
Patrick Gassman with some fancy footwork. Are you kidding?
And Hawaii makes it a clean sweep for the 16th straight match this year.
That is not in the scouting report, I'll tell you that.
No blocker.
They only expected Solbrick to do that, and all of a sudden Gassman runs it out of nowhere. Worsley pulling a lot of little tricks out of the playbook tonight, don't you think?
No, absolutely. It even gives more coaches a headache to plan for. Jeff Campbell's got to try to do it as we take a look at our, we will look here in a moment at our players of the match. But Hawaii now 16-0, 3-0 in Big West play. They've won 48 straight sets, which continues to be an NCAA record. CSUN drops to 10-9 overall. And 0-3 in Big West play. Hawaii wins it 25-23, 25-16, and 25-17. And we saw Hawaii, each set was a little different than the other. We saw a set where Hawaii kind of survived the first one despite the service errors. The blocking was really the big key in set number 2. And then serving finally showed up in the third stanza.
Exactly. That was really it in a nutshell. What's this dance we got going on now? New tradition?
So Charlie Wade and the Rainbow Warriors put another notch on the win streak, and they'll get ready and get set for tomorrow night. Let's now go onto the court with Felipe and Coach Wade.
Thank you very much. All right, Coach, CSUN pushing that first set, and you control the next 2. What made the difference?
Well, we started serving bounds a little more. I think at the first time out, they'd only made 3 errors.
had a couple guys just off nights from the service line. And as the match wore on, we got a little bit better, so it was good to see.
Throughout the week, your players have talked about this is the one that they wanted to win. How satisfying was this win for you?
Well, it's another league win for us, and these guys handed it to us pretty good last year, and really we're in the middle of a tough week for us. So there's a little pride at stake there, and we wanted to settle the score from last year for sure.
Hey, what do you think about Pat's last hit to end the match?
Well, they've been working on it a little bit, and I think he was a little jealous of Dalton. Everybody loves watching that play so much, so he spent a little time with it and broke it out there at the end.
We'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Thanks for your time. Scott?
All right, thanks a lot, Felipe. I'm very happy, Coach Wade. And time now for the players of the match presented by Bank of Hawaii.
You see Daniel Wetter hitting 636 out of the middle tonight. Had a block as well. 7 kills. Worsley, you can almost give him the MVP every night because he runs such an amazing offense. He's the quarterback. But you know what? I don't think he'd like it if he got MVP every night. He wants to spread it around as he did the offense tonight. 12 kills for Rado, 9 for Cowell, 7 for Gassman, 9 for Van Tilburg. The team hit 609 on the night against a pretty good CSUN team.
Yeah, 609. Let that register. That's not the first time Hawaii's hit over 600 in a match this year. It's just kind of amazing and mind-boggling what we are witnessing with this year's team. It's hard to describe.
Yeah, it really is. It's a once-in-a-generation kind of a team that, albeit they've had a fairly soft preseason schedule. They have played SC, they played Stanford, they played Irvine,
Pepperdine,
and they played Pepperdine. And now they played CSUN. So it's they've had a fair test, but the real test is going to be having to go on the road. 6 out of the next 8 matches. They finish up here with Santa Barbara after those 6 matches on the road. And I think how they travel on the road in this next trip is going to be very interesting. See how they come out of that. And then to play a very good Santa Barbara team here beginning of April, that's going to be interesting.
Well, one thing this team's done well, they don't look ahead. Tomorrow night, the rematch, Hawaii CSUN. Our coverage begins at 6:30 with game on, and a little after 7 o'clock, the first serve. Chris and I will have the call of the action. Don't forget, stay with us. Coming up next, it's the post-game show with the Corner Crew. I want to say a special thanks to our outstanding Spectrum Sports crew. For the coach, I'm Scott. Until tomorrow night, we bid you aloha and a good evening.
Well, it was another night at the office here for Stein Van Tilburg. 9 kills, 18 attempts, 3 errors. Hit .333 on the night for a guy who was just an instant offensive spark plug here for Hawaii. Dishing it out, setting it here to Rado Parapunov, who was outstanding as well. When the service department wasn't working, Hawaii got its offense right after that. Big time blocks going up top. Colton Cowell, one of 9 as a team here for Hawaii that had 8 through the first 2 sets of the match, and it continued. And then the serving came alive after going empty through the first couple of frames. 5 aces here for Hawaii. Joe Worsley had 2 of his own. Colton Cowell had 1. Jacob Tella had 2. All part of the 5 here for Hawaii, equating to a straight set victory over CSUN, avenging that 2018 loss. Hawaii is 16-0 and has extended their set win streak to 48.
This is the post-game show on Spectrum Sports.
What a night here for Hawaii. Welcome to the post-game show. We're in Stan Sheriff Center. Felipe Ohastro, Lisa Strand, Ma'a, Ryan Kalei, Suji. All right, things got a little scary there for Hawaii, obviously, but did what they needed to do, got the offense and their serving going, and they win here in straight sets.
Well, amazing. They had a little bit of a slow start, if you will. Game 1, they squeaked that one out 25-23. The Matadors really challenging them, but then Hawaii put their foot on the pedal and they took off. I'll tell you what, Game 2, their blocking was phenomenal, and by Game 3, their serving was back on target.
I think it just goes to show you how good this Hawaii team is, that no matter who they play against, they seem to make it just look easy. I was talking to Dave Shoji in the stands earlier ago, and he flat out said, no one's beating Hawaii. Long Beach isn't beating Hawaii. Hawaii's going to win this year. I mean, he has all the confidence in the world. And for Dave, that's a pretty lofty statement. Yeah. But he has confidence in this team. And I think if you watch this team, how can you not? I mean, every night they're running different plays. They're continuing to be inconsistent. Their errors are very minimal, and they have a player like Rado Parapunov tonight. Again, 12 kills, hitting .733. That is just incredible, and he's doing it in all sorts of ways, again, from the front court, from the back row, and we also saw some new wrinkles, a back two, in fact, in set number 3. They're finding different ways for him to get kills.
Hawaii hit .550 in that third set. That was the worst hitting percentage out of all 3 of the sets. They were outstanding, and the offense, as we mentioned, so exciting, and got this crowd rocking with the standard.
Very dynamic offense. You can see all the different plays. Joe Worsley just having fun. He's got so many options. He doesn't know what to do with himself. He's doing backslides with Patrick Gassman included. He's winning the 2, the 3, the big. Joe Worsley is just having a heyday. And one thing this team does is that they have confidence. They have really grown to trust in each other, trust in the training, and that's just breeding itself. Not only does Dave Soji believe in this team, but they believe in themselves.
You know, and I think it's great watching those plays and those offense, but not a lot of teams can do that because they don't have the passers. And Hawaii's passing core, which was one of the question marks coming into this season, was going to be the passing department. Their passing has been phenomenal, which has allowed Joe Worsley to run this type of plays, to run this type of offense, and that would not have been possible had it not been for those 3 guys back there maintaining that back line.
35 assists here tonight for Joe Worsley. As we take a look at our final match stats, they are brought to you by Levitt, Yamane, and Solner. Just a controlled and dominant victory here for Hawaii as they bowl over the Matadors.
Yeah, hitting .609 on the night. That's only going to help their overall kill percentage. 9 blocks as well. You know, we mentioned that earlier, that blocking really came on in that second set. Again, Pat Gassman, who continues to lead the nation, really making a name for himself, also had a great second set there. Diggs out in front by 21 Diggs, and then those 5 service aces that just really came on in that third set.
And so Hawaii wins their 16th consecutive game. They are undefeated here in 2019. More to come on the post-game show from the Stan Sheriff Center as Hawaii defeats CSUN.
Welcome back to the post-game show on Spectrum Sports.
Well, Hawaii goes home happy by virtue of their straight set victory over CSUN. So we add that to the Big West Volleyball scoreboard here. As we mentioned, Long Beach State wins their 2nd consecutive game over UC Santa Barbara after UC Santa Barbara took them to 5 sets on yesterday, and then they went in for tonight to remain undefeated on the season. So what does that equate to in the Big West Conference standings? Well, Hawaii still a game behind the Beach at 4-0 in conference, 3-0 Hawaii right there. CSUN still looking for that elusive first win in the division at 0-3 now, and just a game over 500 in 2019. The upcoming schedule here for Hawaii: tomorrow will be the 2nd consecutive game here against CSUN. And overall, this is the 2nd to last time you can see Hawaii at home in the regular season. Then they'll take on McHenry Princeton, and then at BYU in the BYU Invitational, and then Concordia Irvine. The Eagles coming up on March the 26th. So here comes Hawaii looking to continue this steamroll of a season, and it has just been phenomenal to watch. The crowds are getting bigger, and there's a reason why this is the state that leads the nation in volleyball attendance. It's just an outstanding team.
Well, it's crazy. These guys have been winning in 3 straight sets, so I think the crowd is kind of going, this is fantastic, but we want more. They just want more because it's so fun to watch.
Yeah, and again, not a lot of opportunities left. We just saw that schedule up there. Hawaii looking to have one more game tomorrow, and then they come back from their road trip, and it's senior night already. So there's only really 3 more matches to come on down here to the Stan Sheriff Center, aside from the Big West Conference Championship, which is later down the line.
Moving ahead to tomorrow's 2nd game against CSUN. What's the number one thing you want to see from Hawaii to improve on here that didn't show tonight?
I think the only thing that I think Coach Charlie Wade and staff might point out is that they had 14 service errors, and he's been really on that all year long. He really wants efficiency from that first contact from the back line. He really believes in that, and that's the training that he's teaching them. And I think if you're going to pick one thing, I think that might be it.
Yeah, I think a higher hitting percentage. No, I mean,
exactly.
I don't know.
Insane, right?
I mean, it's hard. Aside from that, I really can't say anything else. They just basically have to play the same way I think they showed tonight.
And this team is still very much hungry for a Big West Conference championship and a possible national championship if all things go their way. And hungry is an apt term here, as all of you saw on Game On with James Anastasiades and how he has transformed his body here, Ryan.
Yeah, that's right. We did a story about James Anastasiades and that transformation that he went through early on in Game On. And now we actually get to see and take a look at some of the meals that he actually makes and goes through that process with us as he shares some of his favorite food items under his new diet.
Well, we're back here in the kitchen with James Anastasiades. James, in our Game On segment, we talked a little bit about your transformation, losing 35 pounds and switching to this keto diet. Now we're actually going to go through some of the food items that you enjoy eating. Take us through the items. This first one right here with the salad.
So first we have a grilled chicken marinated in lemon and pepper with a side salad of cabbage, kale, spinach. And so what we do is add a little bit of lemon, a little bit of olive oil, pinch salt, and some pepper.
Nice. So that's sort of like the dressing, basically.
That's the dressing right there. Keep it simple, keep it fresh.
All right, moving on, we got the fish tacos here.
Then we have fish tacos with a homemade guacamole with shrimp marinated in a little bit of spice, and they're in lettuce wraps because I never ate any carbs.
So really simple to make.
Very simple to make, super fast. This only takes about 10 minutes of cook time because the shrimp are frozen shrimp. You just throw them on the pan.
All right, and this looks amazing. I mean, I'm ready to dig in already. What is this we got here?
So this would be more typically of my dinner because dinner time was when I used to eat the most, and we have beef marinated in basil with a little bit of cauliflower rice, not rice, and sauteed Brussels sprouts because I love my greens. I always got greens in every meal.
I mean, this food looks really good. I almost don't want to dive in because it looks so good, but no.
But please do,
But I'm hungry, so we're gonna do that. James, thank you so much for taking us through your transformation, and this food looks awesome. If you want to see this again, head over to our Spectrum Sports social media pages. We're going to actually be posting the recipes and this segment once again. Chef James, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Dive in.
Time to eat.
And I meant to bring that here, but I ate it all basically. It's so, I told him he should like look into becoming a chef himself. I mean, aside from being a talented volleyball player, he's a very talented chef, if you couldn't tell from that right there.
That looked amazing.
It was really good. It was really
It
good.
looked really good. And I kept thinking, well, where are the taco shells? Or where is the... And my understanding is keto is no carbs.
Yeah, so I mean, and it still tastes very good. And again, credit to him for really owning that and for finding a way to really want to become a better athlete and a better player.
I'm gonna stick to my garlic fry diet. I think it's working out pretty well. When we come back, we'll wrap it up here on the postgame show from the Stan Sheriff Center. A whole lot more to get to here from Manoa, Hawaii in straight sets. Knocks off CSUN.
Welcome back to the post-game show on Spectrum Sports.
Hawaii 16-0. They defeat CSUN in straight sets. Now they lead the overall series 53-21. Felipe Ohostra, Lisa Strand-Ma'a, along with Ryan Kalei-Suji and Jakob Tella here from the Rainbow Warriors. Jakob, congratulations on the win here.
Thank you very much.
All right, so you get two aces here tonight. You're 16-0. How much fun is it playing with the rest of the guys on this team?
Oh, it's truly awesome to play with the guys. I love like the atmosphere we're having on the court and just the work ethic we have like all the time. It's truly amazing to get into play.
6'6" freshman from Norway comes all the way to Hawaii via Hendrik Mole, a little bit of help. So far, what's your impression?
My impression is that volleyball is a huge sport here in Hawaii. I think the support we get on our games is truly amazing, and also like people coming out to our games when we're playing on the road. I think that's truly amazing, and just the team is awesome, the coaching staff truly awesome, and yeah, it's a good experience.
Share with us a little how you did come to Hawaii. How did you make that decision? How did you find out about this program? And share how you made that decision to choose UH.
So we had a couple Norwegian players playing in the U.S. from before, and my sister is also playing in the U.S. at collegiate level. So I was talking with Henrik and a couple of the guys, and I always wanted to come to Hawaii to play. I think that was the most amazing place to come. considering the volleyball practice level and just, yeah, competing. I think it's awesome. Great choice.
How have you embraced the Hawaiian culture? Is there anything local that you have you tried Spam yet?
I tried the Spam. I like the poi. The poi more, yeah. Yeah. So I'm trying to evolve my Pidgin to also like Hobra house it. So we get on.
So you
getting there.
Okay. You come into this program as a freshman and you have mentorship with Joe Worsley.
Yeah.
How's that been for you, knowing that he's a senior and potentially that's the role that you could very well be in next year?
I mean, he's a great guy, a great player. I've been learning a lot from how he's playing and his way of thinking, just like considering how he distributes all the balls and try to find the best way to get to the players, the attackers. And I think, it's truly awesome having him as a mentor for me.
You actually have a large role on this team, aside from what the fans see as you coming in as that serving specialist in that first rotation of that change. But you're also running the offense of the opposition team. You guys are challenging the A side every single day in practice. Do you recognize that? Do you own that responsibility that you and those guys are only helping to make the other side, the team, better because of the fact that you guys are challenging them?
Yeah, I mean, we're pushing every day to compete with the A team and eventually beat some sets, and we have so far. We actually have take some sets from them. So I think it's fun just going out there and do our best to just challenge the guys every day as good as we can.
What gives you confidence that you're playing on a Big West Championship or National Championship team right now? What gives you that confidence that you're on a squad like that?
I think just going in there and knowing that the guys you're playing with, they got your back. And just going in there and having fun. That's the main thing. That's what it's about.
How many people call you Jacob, by the way?
None, I would say. None. It's more Jake, Jakey, those things.
Okay, well, so fun to watch you. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you tomorrow, partner.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you all for watching here us on Spectrum Sports. Tomorrow we'll do it all over again at 6:30 with Game On. Come out and show your support here for the Rainbow Warriors as we wind down the regular season home schedule for Hawaii. They win it in straight sets, 25-23, 16, and 17. With Lisa Stern, Ryan Kalei, Suji, the entire Spectrum Sports crew, Felipe Ohastro. So long from the Stan Sheriff Center. We'll see you tomorrow. Hawaii remains undefeated.